Sit up better. Hi, it's Carolyn, the contest queen, and this is Bill Jensen. Wait, which way is he? He's that way. I'm looking. I know, it's so funny. So let's start. I'm going to just put his URL here in the chat so you can go check him out. It makes it easier for you. So I'm so excited because I love talking to other sweepers. It's so fun. We had our virtual contest club meeting last night, and we had sweepers from Canada and the US. So we were all over both countries. It was so much fun. We were laughing so hard at some points, which is one of the best parts of this hobby. I know the prizes can be awesome and you can have experiences that money can't buy. There is nothing like making friends with sweepers.
That's for sure.
That's for sure. So we need to know a little about you as a sweeper. So when did you start sweeping, Bill?
I started sweeping. Well, actually, it started when I was a little kid. My elementary school, they would have every spring they would have a carnival, and at the carnival they would have raffle drawings. So you could buy a raffle ticket and get entered to win all kinds of prizes. Unfortunately, we didn't win anything for years. So my sweeping didn't really take off until I was actually 18, because a lot of sweepstakes you have to be 18 years old to enter. So therefore, that's when I started getting into sweepstaking. And I didn't really win anything. I don't remember the first couple of years, and then I found online sweepstakes, and I'd entered this trip. It was a trip to Las Vegas. Now, for the rules, you had to be 21, and at the time I was actually 20 years old. And so what I did is actually sign my dad up to win, and he actually won the grand prize.
That's awesome.
Yep. I told him about it before I signed him up, but so anyways, we ended up going to Las Vegas. We stayed at the Hard Rock Hotel, which is no more anymore. It's no longer. But yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that's right.
And the only bad thing is that I was 20 and not 21. Therefore, I couldn't partake in any gambling or adult beverages.
Oh, yeah. The drinking age here is 19. You're in the wrong place.
Right. But the only thing I remember from that trip is that we were going from one hotel or one end of the strip to the other end of the strip, and we got into a taxi, and the taxi driver didn't want to go sit through traffic on the strip. So he took back alleys all the way. Yeah. And he went down the alley like about 70 miles an hour. And my dad and I were just like holding on. Like we were worried that we were going to get in an accident, but luckily we made it safe.
See, that's the thing. It's adventures. When you enter sweepstakes, you go places and you do things that you would never do in your everyday life. And then you have these stories to tell. And it's so fun. I just love it. Oh, yes, someone reminded me that the drinking age in Canada in some provinces is 18. So it's very cool.
I actually had my first legal drink over in Europe because I went to Europe 3 times when I was back in college. And drinking age is anywhere from like 16 to 18 over there. So
yes, it is. That's right. I remember that from my travels too. That must have been a fun surprise for you. Now, were those trips that you won or trips you just took?
Those were trips through college. I'm a singer, and so I participated in my glee club, and they would go every other year. They would go over to Europe on a trip.
That's so fun. Yeah, see, that's the other thing that this is what I like to implore to companies when I do my sweepstakes marketing, is that sweepers are people and we have lives. We're not just sitting here all day sweeping. We have lives outside of sweeping. We're wives and husbands and moms and dads and sons and daughters and singers and actors, and I love gardening and reading and we have lives outside of this hobby, and we do buy other things. We don't just win our entire life.
We're consumers.
Yeah, we're consumers. So that's fantastic. That do you still sing somewhere in your life? Well,
Nope.
maybe not with COVID, but
nope, not anymore. Not professionally.
Not professionally. Just in the karaoke, shower karaoke.
Yep.
So now I think it's funny that you entered raffles as a kid, but the fact that you didn't win didn't deter you from entering. See, now I find that fascinating. You must have like a bit of a bulldog tenacity about you.
Pretty much. I get that from my mom. My mom loved to enter like the giveaways that, like, if you go in the grocery store, they'd have the little white box with I guess they call them tearaways or whatever, but drop them in the box, and she would do that. So she got me interested in doing that. And she also did gambling and stuff. So she got me into that too, but
the truth comes out. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yep. So, but unfortunately, she passed away back in 2001 when I was 19 years old.
Oh.
So that kind of with her passing, I was like, that sucks. And I was kind of depressed. That's why I actually kind of fell into sweepstakes, because I was like, I'm going to do what she did. She would enter contests and giveaways. And so I figured I'd try that too. So that's how I basically kind of got started too.
I find, believe it or not, I get messages from people when they're down in their lives. They have a low dip, because guess what? We're messy humans, and none of us are exempt from the roller coaster ride. And a lot of them tell me when they were down, that's when they started sweeping, or they increased their sweeping because it made them happy. It was something fun. Even if they didn't win, just the whole dreaming of, ooh, is that trip going to be mine? Can I win that car? Is that gift basket going to show up? Do I get a gift certificate or a shopping spree or something? And it just makes them, the positivity of it, even the dreaming part of it, in looking for them, and the whole process is just so uplifting that's what a lot of people do. So it seems like you were one of the people that did that.
Yep, I sure did.
That's fantastic. Now I know my answer to this question, but I want yours, and it doesn't have to be one, because mine's a 3-parter. What do you think is your best prize?
My best prizes have been trips, so I'd have to pick my Puerto Rico trip that I won. Won a trip to Puerto Rico, is to San Juan. It was for the Caribe World Series, so it's the Caribbean World Series. And so all
like baseball?
Yeah, baseball. All the Caribbean countries get together and have their own World Series. So it was a one-time entry online, and I just signed up and I won. So what it was a trip to San Juan, and it was for a weekend thing. And they actually kind of tied us in with ESPN Deportes, which is the Spanish version of ESPN. And they had some other like VIP people for, like, I think they were like promotional people or working for other companies. And so they're kind of treating them to the weekend. Well, they threw me and another sweepstaker into this group of people. And so we got treated like VIP as well. So it was a 5-star hotel we stayed at on the beach. It was beautiful. They paid for everything, all food, all drinks, whatever you wanted, they would get it for you. It was awesome.
See, I love those, because you couldn't buy that. It's something you wouldn't go to on your own. It's, you were treated like a king. It's probably a stunning country. I've never been. It was probably gorgeous. And now I do this sometimes depending on the trip. Did you extend it and stay on your own?
No, I didn't at that time, because I was kind of limited on my work schedule. So I just kind of stuck with what it was.
Yeah, I always recommend that. If you can, extend the trip, because they've already paid for everything. So, what's another couple of nights in a hotel?
Right.
Or two, or whatever it is. Okay. Oh, see, I'll put up some comments from people. Yes. Leslie Ann says, sweeping provides hope. It does. And sweep's fun for everyone. Oh, that's kind of, oh, look at what Janice says. Now, this might cover our faces because her comment's big, but I'll put it up anyway. My son loves entering raffles, and they have had a children's fair in town. He's won outside source equipment, a teenage prize pack, a 32-inch TV, and he's 12. Started him young. I love it.
That's the way to do it. Start them young.
Sweepers can be made. No, sorry. Sweepers aren't just made. They can be born. That's awesome. Because, yeah, sweeping is so much fun. So what else have you won that you really like? Because you said trips. That was plural.
Trips, yes. So the trip to Vegas I talked about. I won 2 trips to New York City. I won a trip to Orlando when I was living in Iowa. A trip to Beverly Hills, California. And
that must have been fun.
Yep. And my last trip win was a trip to Rhode Island.
I love going to places nobody expects. Yeah, I went a trip to Rimouski, Quebec once. Everyone's like, where's Rimouski? I'm like, exactly. It was for a hockey. We had the junior hockey. And so basically these guys get recruited into the NHL. So they have a Memorial Cup. It's like the Stanley Cup, but it's held in the training cities. So it's like AAA baseball where they go up. And so one of the cities is Rimouski, Quebec. And we won a trip there, and it was a lot of fun. So what was in Rhode Island? I have to hear this.
Well, it was actually a radio giveaway, and it was not one where you had to call in or anything. You just had to go on their website, and I filled out a form, and you could fill it out every day, but I actually didn't know about the contest until like the last couple of days, so I only signed up twice. Ended up winning that. And what it was a weekend in New England with Colum Scott. He's a British singer.
Oh, wow.
And he had a couple of songs he's had. But anyways, so it was a performance there. And it was actually it was a second chance prom. So it was this big party where they had people dressed up in tuxes and gowns, and it was for adults. So they could have their second chance prom, is what it was. So I had to rent a tux because my other tux that I had when I was singing back in college did not fit me anymore. So I ended up renting.
I think a lot of us have that problem, especially with the panorama going on, and yeah.
Yep.
But that's funny. See, now you might have really appreciated that because you were a singer too.
Right. Yep.
That's fun.
So it was a meet and greet with him too. So I actually got to talk to him, and he was a really nice guy. Nice. And it's very nice. So it was an awesome event. But the only problem was getting there. We had airplane problems. What they did is they put us on the airplane, and all of a sudden they said, oh, well, we overfueled the plane. And so we need everybody to get off the plane. And then we need 12 volunteers to volunteer to take a later flight, because that way it adjusts so there's enough fuel to passengers or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and we already missed the connection. So he's like, okay, we'll take the later flight, take the travel voucher. So we did that. And so we were supposed to be there 8 hours before. So we got there 8 hours later. So we missed, there was a gondola.
I had that problem once on a trip too. We got there and we had somebody from the agency, like the advertising agency, with us because we were going to like a celebrity chef's house. And so they want to make sure that you're not crazy. Well, I am crazy, but that's another story. So so she was with us. Well, one of the seats in the row was broken and they weren't going to let us fly. Or no, sorry. One of the seats was broken. So they weren't going to let us fly. And then, so we had them drag her off the plane because we didn't want her to fly and then get there. And where are we? So then they upgraded us to first class and put us in the lounge because we had to wait for the next flight. And yeah, we got there super late, but it was still fun. Like it's life. Sometimes even if it's a win, you can't control what happens with the airlines or the weather or, whatever. Yep. Let's see. We have a couple more. Oh, Janice says, I keep trying for the trips. One day I'll get one. Yes, you will. And I think they went down clearly with the lockdowns and the shutdowns last year, and now they're starting to creep back up. And I think they're at some point, because people are chomping at the bit to travel, I think advertising agencies will use trips as I think we'll see an explosion of travel as prizes at some point. I'm not sure when yet. I'm thinking 2022, maybe 2023. This whole thing keeps changing daily, but I think we will see an explosion of prizes.
Yep, I agree.
And what she said, what did you do in Rhode Island? We just answered that question.
Yep.
And okay, now I know about this because I saw it I have a Facebook group just so we can cheer each other on called the Good Vibration Sweepstakes Club. And Bill posted about this prize in there. So Ava asked, I'd like to hear about the Drew Barrymore show and how was Bill selected from the audience and for what prize? This was very exciting when he posted it this week because it was also his birthday. Happy belated.
Yep. Well, no, my birthday is coming up this Monday.
Oh, I thought it was last Monday.
No, this Monday. Yep.
This Monday. Okay, anyway, happy early birthday.
Well, thank you. That's my 40th birthday too, so it's a milestone.
It's a milestone. So tell us about the show and the prize and the process.
So what it was in our virtual club meetings that we've been having, or contest meetings, some of the girls mentioned about the Drew Barrymore. You can get tickets to be in the virtual audience to join the show, and sometimes they give away prizes. So like, okay, I'll try it out. So I tried it out last week for a taping, and unfortunately they didn't give away anything on that taping.
Yeah.
But I had signed up for one for this Tuesday, or the previous Tuesday. And it was in the morning. And so we sat down, and the guy that was working the show for the audience, he said, you guys need to be really excited at the very end. I'm like, okay, what's going on?
Oh, there's a hint.
So at the very end, there comes Drew, and she's talking about Hy-Vee. She's on a magazine for Hy-Vee, which is actually a food store chain in the Midwest United States, which I used to go to all the time back in Iowa. But anyways, they're selling her makeup products. It's called Flower by Drew. Anyways, they're starting to sell her makeup products, and because of that, they decided to give everyone in the virtual audience a gift basket of $500 worth of Drew Barrymore makeup.
Everyone in the audience?
Everyone in the virtual audience. So I don't know how many people there were, if they're like 50 or people or so. And then they also gave us $500 in Visa gift cards. So the total prize was $1,000, and it's the biggest giveaway they have given away yet.
That was so lucky. See, that's the thing. Sometimes you just pick the right thing and you're in the right place at the right time. That's amazing. See, when you posted that, I didn't realize. I thought they picked somebody, because I've seen that on other talk shows where they pick somebody from the audience and that person wins, something.
Right.
I didn't realize it was every attendee.
Everybody.
Holy cramoly.
And there's one or two people that were in the Good Vibrations group that were on that taping as well. So they won as well.
Oh my gosh. I didn't see anybody else's posts. Yours. Maybe I missed it. Or maybe I saw it and thought it was yours.
Susan was one of them. Susan Bloom.
Wow. So lucky. Yeah, you never know. And they're not the only show. So my piece of advice for others is, if there's talk shows, because now you don't have to be in New York or LA to attend a taping, or in our case in Canada, it's Toronto. If you can attend a virtual audience for a show, if you have the slot of time in the day, because it is quite a slice of time, go sign up. Why not? You may not win, because Bill said the first one he went to, he didn't win, but look at the big winner. That's amazing. I have won. When she first launched that product, I won a small thing. They were giving out samples and whatnot, and I won some of the nail polish, and her stuff is really nice. So Congratulations to all the ladies that you're going to give it to.
I'm going to use it myself.
I was going to say, if you're doing a lot of podcasts and videos, the men are all wearing, it's no different than television now, right? The TV anchors all wear makeup because they can't shine under the lights of the cameras. And guess what? We're all doing Zoom. We all have lights now. It's no different. Let's see. Oh, we have some more comments. Oh, somebody won something today. Michael says, I won 2 $50 Armed Forces commissionary cards today. Not sure what to do with them. If I knew a military person who could use them, I would donate. Yes. Are you a member of our Good Vibrations Sweepstakes Club? Because if you are, Michael, put your offer there. We have almost 900 members, and I am sure someone has or is in the military or it knows someone in the military that would greatly appreciate it, especially at this time. Oh, this is funny. Cheryl says, weekend in New England. Makes me think of Barry Manilow. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's see. Let's see. We have other comments. Oh, a lot of people are saying happy birthday. Oh, Carolyn says, I didn't get anything on Drew, but they did show me in the audience 4 times, so it was fun seeing myself on TV. Glad you got such a good prize. And, Carolyn, you can go back on the show, too, so you can also resubmit. I think, now this is just my gut. I have no proof of this. I'm thinking the prizes might be in the morning because I know some other people that had attended other tapings in the morning and they seemed to win something, and I haven't heard of anybody in the afternoon. Now, they might hear this live stream and change their strategies.
Well, my first taping was in the afternoon, but this second one was the morning.
Yeah. So Melanie says, been on the show so many times on the virtual audience. Oh, Nancy says, thanks for letting us know. I was on the day after you and I didn't win anything, but it was such a fun experience. Yeah, jackpot show for sure. Oh, see, I knew I had seen somebody else who won. Melanie won an air fryer. You have to let us know if that was morning or afternoon. Sandy is congratulating you. Oh, I sent her a fan letter and she sent me an autographed photo. Oh, that's so nice.
She was very nice.
She does seem really nice. I've seen her because I don't always catch the show, but they do sometimes YouTube. I love YouTube. Sometimes they put snippets of shows and interviews on YouTube. So if I'm, washing dishes or something, sometimes I put my phone up and I watch a video, and I've seen some of her interviews and she's so good at it.
Yep. She's been doing it for a long time.
Oh, we have another notification of a win. Nancy said, I won a Peloton bike today from Gatorade. I love it. So exciting. Oh my God. That is so. Oh, Melanie's letting us know you can go once every 7 days for Drew audience.
Yep.
How do you get on their on-air tapings? I will post the link. Well, I'm going to ask Bill a question, so I'm going to let him answer, and I'm going to go at the link. We're going to tag team this interview.
All right.
So everybody sees you don't have your name there. You have your business name there, and it's on your hat. Very cool.
Thank you.
Are you wearing one of the shirts?
Yes, I am.
You are. Look, he'll stand up.
Very well, but
yeah, they're quite nice. You tell everyone how you came to share your joy with the world. Your sweeping joy, not just joy in general. Well, that too, but.
Well, I always loved sweepstakes, and I don't hear a whole lot about sweepstakes. I mean, I found you eventually, but before that, I didn't know anything about sweepstakes. No one was talking about it. I didn't see. There's hardly anything on YouTube. And I looked up podcasts because I've been listening to other podcasts. I thought, well, I'll type in sweepstaking podcasts or contest podcasts. I actually came across yours way back when you had yours. So I listened to a few episodes and I thought, well, there's nobody doing a podcast right now for sweepstakes. And I'm like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is there enough listeners or is there not enough listeners? So I decided, well, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I got some podcast equipment and I just started talking. So right now I'm on episode 7 of that. And I was just going to do a podcast, and I thought, well, maybe I can get more viewers if I put it up on YouTube as well. So right now, when I first started, I started this a couple of years ago, the YouTube version. I actually was on camera recording, talking about tips and different sweepstakes. But I decided I didn't like any of those videos, so I took them down. So I kind of restarted this year. And so I started the podcast and then I started the YouTube. But right now on YouTube, I started off with a cartoon thing, but that was a lot of work. And so now I just have to put up the audiogram so you can listen to the audio, and I put up some pictures here and there. So, but right now I'm on episode 7 and I enjoy it, and I'm getting more and more listeners as it happens. So it's a good thing.
That's awesome. Yeah, I did it before podcasts were popular, and I did way more shows than they had. I used Blog Talk Radio, and I did it so long ago that I had to phone in on my landline to do the podcast. And then it was free for a long time, and then they said, okay, we'll only allow 30 hours. And I made the mistake. I didn't download every episode first and then delete them. I just deleted them, which I now regret, but hindsight's 2020, right? Yep. And literally 2020. and so yeah. So and then now I just do it on video because I like seeing the person too. I think it's a little more fun for me. And with this, we can interact. Like, for example, Melanie says Tuesdays have been good for wins on Drew. So that maybe is a clue as to what. Now, is Drew Barrymore available to Canadian fans? It's interesting because I went one day and another Canadian contester I know is signed up to go. And yet someone else got an email from them saying, yeah, they weren't allowing Canadians. So I'm not sure. Maybe you want to email them and ask. Oh, Carolyn says, cool shirt. Yeah, it is cool. You'll have a chance to win one at the end of the show. We're going to give away my book and his shirt. So we'll duke it out. Either one winner gets both, or we can have 2 winners. Probably 2 winners because we have a lot of people watching. So let's see. This is a good tip. Maybe donate the Armed Forces card to the USO and give it out to a deserving family. So there's a tip. See, I love it. Sweepstakers help each other out. We totally help each other out. Oh, someone was just on Twitter and she got a message. She won $50 in the Bush Beer Twitter contest. Awesome.
I signed up for that, but I haven't won that yet.
Yet. I like that thinking. I haven't won it yet. Let me see if there's a mishmash of. Okay, so I put the audience. The audience link is in there now for everybody. Oh my goodness. Yvonne says, I still have some of my old newsletters. Don't delete your stuff. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I like to learn. Yeah, so Miss Vicky says, are all live shows only for Americans? I just tried to join and it's just the States. What I did when I went is I just put my whole address and everything in Canadian, and then I just picked New York as my state because it's the closest state to Ontario. And Melanie said she has no issues being Canadian, so we'll see. That's so fun. So give us a little bit, going back to your show, it is a podcast and an audio, because it's not really a YouTube video, right? It's more like people, because I have some of those too. I took some of the old podcasts that were really, really good and I put them on YouTube so you can just listen to it.
Yep.
And lots of podcasters do that, I notice. And some film their podcasts and put the video on, and then I just had a brain hiccup. So when you're doing that, I'm going to take a drink of water. I just lost the question. It just went, woo! So what are your goals for the show? That's what I was trying to ask. Very unconcisely.
To promote sweepstaking, gather more people together about sweepstaking. I've been posting it to people that would normally not do sweepstaking and try to get them interested in the whole thing. So, but my goal on each podcast is I talk about a win that I've had, but then I also give you a tip, one or two tips on how to increase your chances of winning, or to enter smarter, like enter scams and stuff like that. And then I also give you a couple of sweepstakes that you may want to enter. Like I usually do like a trip, and then like a car that you could win. And so I give all that information out. So that's what I do each episode.
Yeah, that's good. And like you said, people are starting to listen. A lot of people love consuming audio now. I noticed this. I've had people ask me, "Is your book on Audible?" I'm like, "Not yet." It's a big process to get a book on Audible, and that's why doing a podcast like yours is so good, because it's quick to do, it's accessible to everybody, it's across all the channels, and even if you didn't use a podcast, like I use Castbox to listen to mine, but there's Spotify, there's Apple, Apple Podcasts, all different kinds. You can just use YouTube. Just subscribe to your channel, and and if you hit notifications, they'll be notified when you post your next video. It's really handy. Actually, I should show everybody that tip. Is my phone close by? I put it off. Oh, there it is. I'm going to actually show everybody how to do that, because that's something people sometimes don't know, is how to get notified. And there's not that many sweepstakes on YouTube. I do them occasionally, but because they're in their comments, but you have to check. So I'm going to open up YouTube. Okay. So you get all the ads first. So you type in Sweeping Up, right? Sweepstakes. Okay. You see, and then it comes there, and I tap on it, and right away it shows you Bill's YouTube channel. So what you want to do is you want to hit subscribe. So I'm going to hit subscribe right there. So I've subscribed. Now, if I go to the channel, if I actually click on it and go to the page, I hope everyone can see it without the shine. You see, there's a little bell there. That little bell, you want to hit that. Now, you can personalize it. You can say none, or you can say all. I'm going to say all, of course. And now you see that it's selected. Anytime Bill posts a new show, I will be notified. And I'll show you where that is, because this is something people get confused with, right? You can see here just a bunch of, they just love their ads on YouTube. You see at the top, that's casting. So if you have a smart TV, you can cast YouTube to your TV. So that's what that is. The next one's the notifications, then it's the search, and then it's my account. So if you hit the bell, you get a list of notifications. So every channel that I've subscribed to, that I've put notifications on, it's there. And then at the bottom, you have other options. So they're subscribed. So if I miss one and I hit subscribed, yours will show up there too. So there's some YouTube tips for people that want to follow Bill and don't want to miss an episode.
Nope. You don't want to miss a single episode.
No, you don't want to miss an episode, because sweepstakes are timely. This is important. What you're talking about this week may finish in 2 weeks. So if you listen to it a month from now, because you finally get around to it, you can't enter. So that's important. Yep. Let's see. Oh, someone says you can call me a closet sweeper. I don't talk about it. Well, we just outed you. I'm sorry. Nina says, I'm new to sweepstakes and it's been fun so far. Can't wait to win a nice prize. You know what? Every single person that I know that has taken this hobby seriously has won. You will win. It's just a matter of time. And what's really fun is you just don't know which one you're entering today is going to be it. That anticipation is so exciting because every time you enter, you're like, ooh, is this going to be the one? Is this going to be the one? Is this going to be the one? Oh, Jake sent me the pictures. He sent them to me. I made my bestie enter daily, and he won the grand prize from Corona. And it's a $4,800 man cave, and they came and presented it. I know. I don't think I can show the pictures, but they came in a huge truck. It was unbelievable.
Wow.
I know. It was so cool. See, how can you can't get that stuff in this, and it's all branded Corona, of course, so it makes it so cool.
Yep.
Let's see. Any other comments before we keep going? Oh, see, Cheryl, you already have a fan. It says, love listening to all. So, yeah, there. Oh, see, and Holly says, thanks for this tip. Well, that's what we have to do. We have to teach each other. Like, yes, I learned a lot of sweepstakes stuff on my own, but if it wasn't for guys like Bill, he's this way. If it wasn't for guys like Bill, I know it's mirrored. It's weird. If it wasn't for guys like Bill that I have met along the way, I wouldn't know as much as I do. So I have my level of learning, and then every sweeper has lifted me up higher, and then we keep sharing that information. Sometimes I go to the national convention. Of course, with the traveling restrictions, I haven't been able to attend. But one of the things I love, even if I don't win any big prizes, is I learn at least one thing that has made the whole trip worth it. One thing. That and hanging out with all my sweeping buddies.
That's the best part.
So let me see what else we have here. So Miss Vicky said, I'm wondering if we win something, will they be able to send it? I believe someone on here watching is Canadian and did get their prize sent. I think Melanie says when you win a prize on due, they email you for your address. So I believe that's a yes.
Yes.
So I think you can. Bonnie says, I'm so confused. Do you go to YouTube on your phone? And it's the same process, Bonnie, on your phone and your computer, but I can't show you on my computer because I'm streaming on my computer. That's the beauty of YouTube. You can use it on your tablet. You can use it on your phone. You can use it on your computer. The subscribe and the notification bell are the same on all three devices. So I hope that helps. Oh, Jake says he's listened to all 7 episodes this week. He binged you.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Oh, yes, this is so good. Going out the front door and finding surprise packages. Yes. What's it called? The audiobook name. Oh, it's your show is Sweeping Up Sweepstakes, so it's not an audiobook. Nope. And for podcasts, are you actually? Oh, that's a good question. Are you streaming across all the podcast things?
Yes, all the platforms. So Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever. Anchor is my host.
Oh, Anchor's good.
Yeah, it's free. So
I know. I listen to a few podcasts and they promote it to use Anchor to get your voice out there for whatever you're promoting.
Yep.
Oh, so this is a good question. Have either of you won for mail-ins? Now, I'm going to extend that question and say, I'm going to say yes, and I know Bill's going to say yes, but we're going to say when, because it's been a while since I've won from a mail-in. You may have had more recent luck. Expand on that.
I do not enter mail-ins. Well, okay, that's a lie. Because actually today I did start my first mail-in as a trip to Disney World. So I figured, why not? I'll try the mail-in.
See, my theory right now on mail-ins is because more people are doing it online, your odds of winning are actually good. Now, in the past, so there used to be tear-offs, like you said with your mom. There used to be tear-offs in the stores. And the last tear-off I saw in Canada was in 2006. It's been a minute. However, more sweepstakes are leaning towards receipt-based, so purchase, but they have to have a no purchase entry option. So I always like to do a bit of both. So if it's within a price range or a product that I use, I happily go and support the sponsor, because if we're not supporting the sponsor, they're not going to run sweepstakes. It's not really rocket science. However, it's not healthy to eat that much chocolate, chips, soda pop, beer, whatever the brand is, right? There's a limit to your health. I also do the no purchase entry option. Tom Cavalli feels, I've talked to him about this. He feels he doesn't do the mail-in part. I figure I split my odds. I think it's one of those things, it's your own, that's part of the hobby, right? You have to make it your own. I do this, he does that, you do this. We're going to get you to mail in some more there.
If it's a prize I really, really want, I'll probably do it. But it's just easy for me to do it online.
Now, what about the purchase entry options like I do? I buy some and I mail away. Do you do any of those ever?
Yeah, I have bought some products and stuff like that. But normally, if it's just strictly no purchase, I usually don't mail in those. Too much time.
No. If you don't need to buy, I don't mail those in. But if it's a purchase, I always do some purchase and some mail in. I kind of split the entries.
I probably buy like a couple things, but I don't usually do the mail in at all.
Still not at all.
Nope.
Oh, this is gonna be an interesting experiment. We're gonna see if we can convert Bill a little bit.
My hand hurts from writing all the information on a postcard.
Here we go. Cheryl says, I got an email today. She went in the Visi Class Pass sweepstakes, a $45 Class Pass gift membership. That's awesome.
Yay.
Oh, okay. Here's an interesting. Mail-ins take too long to come back if you're waiting for pins. That can be true. Those are best to do right at the beginning. Because yes, that is a good tip. Yes, Carolyn says she does mail-ins for local and regionals. That's an excellent tip. Ooh. Yvonne says, I have one for mail-ins, but very few. Ooh. Says, I did a Budweiser Pinties contest, mailed out entries Feb 9, and I got pins March 11. Okay, now the question is, when did the contest end? I've had it happen where I've mailed them out, like that's over a month, and the contest ends and the pins show up, and you're like, are you kidding me? Oh, Michael says, 2 biggest wins were from mail-in, each $5,000, and it was about 20 years ago, and the second was 5 years. Yeah, mail-ins are dropping down now. We're having a lot of fun here, and I tend to go over on these, but we are going to cut it off before 9, and I'll tell you why. This is Sweepstakes Learning Thursday. We're all going to go. We're going to shut this down, and this is like a traveling party. We're all going to go to the iwincontest.com Facebook page, and Tom's doing a sweepstakes Q&A. And he may or may not have prizes too. I forgot to ask him. So this is like us two now, Tom at 9. This is fun. It's like a party. What are those block parties? People go from house to house and they have like appetizers at someone's house, and then they go to the next person's house and have the main course. They go to the next person's house and have dessert.
No idea.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do that. This is like a block party, and we're just going from house to house. So we're learning here, and we're going to go to Tom's after. Oh, Joyce said, wait, let me get hers up. $10,000 from a mail-in, but it's been a few years. Oh, April 1st it ended. Well, thank goodness you got the pins before it ended. Let's see, what else? We can all afford newsletters. I get 6. Wow. The website. Okay, so she asked the website. I'm going to put it in the comments. It's iwincontests. Oops, that's not going to be a .com. And it's Tom's Facebook channel. His live stream is on his Facebook. Oh, Rhonda says she just signed up for Sweeping Up Sweepstakes.
Yay. Thank you, Rhonda.
Oh, maybe she meant that URL.
Maybe.
Okay, if you meant Sweeping Up Sweepstakes, Scroll right up to the top of the feed. I posted it first. Oh, Kay says, yeah, we're travelers. That's funny. Oh, it's okay. So yeah, it's true. Harder is to enter, the better, because less people will enter. Yes, that is very true. That's what I say. The more hurdles somebody has to jump over, it's going to be harder. Your odds of winning are going to go up. Oh, there, see? Oh, look, Kay says, love listening to podcasts. She's adding you now.
Thank you, Kay.
Your positivity is contagious. Thanks for sharing. I just shared a fishing contest with 2 people who are true fishermen. I'm using your positivity, and I feel one of them will win. Oh, that's exciting. I think Ava's a member of the Good Vibration Sweepstakes Club. So when one of those fishermen win, we want to know about it. Now, how people can win is we're going to give away 1 prize on the Facebook stream and 1 prize on the YouTube stream. Once we finish here and Tom's finishes, I'm going to update the description to include the rules. And we'll pick, give it a few days because not everyone can listen live. And then we'll pick a winner from one from each channel. So don't worry if you're on YouTube and someone's on Facebook. Everyone has a chance to win. Let's see. Oh, she didn't have any luck with the pins, and she had 10 of them, she says. Oh, dear. Oh, well. That's okay. Oh, someone said hi, Bill. Oh, the comments are going fast.
Oh, Gene.
Oh, someone says, my husband won the bacon-flavored shoestrings. I ride a mountain bike all the time. He told me I better not wear them when I ride my bike, that I'd have every dog in the neighborhood chasing me. Oh, my God, that's so funny. How do they know they're actually bacon flavored and not just bacon scented? Are you actually going to lick the shoestrings? I love weird prizes. I totally love weird prizes.
Yep.
Things branded. I left it in the divorce and now I kick myself. I had won this football helmet. It was plastic, of course. It wasn't a real football helmet. But the top came off and the inside was a bowl, and the mask, the guard, was 2 containers. In the guard, there was 2 containers. You could put 2 different kinds of dips. And I left it. Why did I leave that thing? It was so cool. Oh my gosh, Lynn won $100 of coffee yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, we need the coffee. Yep. Oh, Jake said he won them too. His dog was trying to steal them. Someone on one of the groups had posted she won a bacon. It looked like a slice of bacon. It was like a pillow, like a throw pillow, and it looked like a slice of bacon. Someone posted in the group that they won. Who saw the Super Bowl commercials with Jason Alexander, and he did the weird sweatshirt? Do you won that too?
No, I didn't win it, but I saw the post.
Saw it, yeah. And somebody won. They were giving out those sweatshirts. I'm like, that's a cool prize. I would actually wear that. I would totally wear that because it's weird. It's the best.
I was a big.
Had the funny face on him, and they won some samples of the soap.
I was a big fan of Seinfeld back in the day, so of course Jason Alexander's on that. So.
Oh, Bonnie says she's gonna get back into it. Yes, you need to get back into it.
Yep.
Oh, it was Cynthia. I knew somebody won it. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, that is so cool. You should wear that. I hope you wear that.
She wins everything.
Well, no, because we all win stuff. That's the thing. There's actually enough prizes for everybody. Do you know companies spend over $4 billion in the States running sweepstakes? Now, that's not prizes. When people hear that number, they think there's that many prizes. No, when I say running sweepstakes, that's the whole of the agency, the creative, the website, the running of it, the fulfillment, the whole process of running a sweepstakes, and paying the lawyers to do the rules and all that stuff, and the prizes. So the prizes are lumped in. But if you think of that industry as a whole, that is a massive amount of stuff to be won. There's enough for everybody. Oh, this is funny. I made it. I won a face mask and some muscle pain rub, which is definitely useful so far this week. I love the little prizes. Okay, so what have you won besides the big ones? What have been your favorite little prizes? Like the weird ones?
Well, I won a month's supply of potatoes.
Not chips, potatoes.
Potatoes. I don't know why.
And what do they consider a month's supply?
It was like a case, and it was like, I don't know.
10 pounds, 20 pounds?
That was like 4 bags of potatoes. I don't.
So that's, depending on the size of the bag, that's 20 or 40 pounds of potatoes. That's a lot of potatoes.
Yeah. I couldn't use them all, so I had to give them away to people to use them.
So it was probably 40 pounds of potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sadly, potatoes don't freeze. Like if you had broccoli or something, you could chop it up and freeze it.
Right.
Okay, that's a funny prize. What other weird things have you done?
I don't want any funny prizes. I won a Mountain Dew fridge with a mini fridge. So.
Oh, that's cool. Okay,
yeah,
so that's cool. Awesome. What other cool prizes have you won?
Otherwise, I've won a diamond necklace pendant. It was one of my bigger prizes that I've won. I ended up selling that because, of course, I don't need it. But then,
oh, that way your mom would love that.
Well, yeah, she would have. I always end up winning like a lot of instant win prizes, like from gas stations and stuff. So, but I've also won. What else did I win? I won like a gaming laptop.
Oh, that's nice.
I should have kept because my laptop is now probably 5-6 years old. So I need a new laptop. And I ended up not keeping it because I could use the money instead. So I sold it.
I know. Sometimes those decisions are hard because in the moment you're like, I don't need it. And then you sell it. And then you're like, I should have kept that one. I know. Sometimes it's hard to make those decisions, but that's okay. Oh, this is a good question for you. And we have like 8 minutes so we can have time to answer it. How long were you entering before you win? And do you enter daily?
I entered back when I said it, back when I turned 18 is basically kind of when I started. Right now, I do enter daily, but it's usually instant wins because I don't have time to do anything else. So I'm working 10 hours a day, and then I'm working on the podcast and plus whatever else I'm doing. And so right now, instant wins. On the weekends, I do enter more sweepstakes.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for prizes that I do want to win. Now, when I first started, I would enter everything, no matter if I wanted it or not. But now I've learned that I'm just going to sign up for ones that I want to win, or that maybe I could think that maybe I could sell or give away to somebody that I think would need it. So those are the ones I enter now. So I don't enter all of them now, just a few of them.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people do, actually. Christmas gifting. Some people are saving up, even from January, they save up their wins, and then Christmas is so much easier on them. Oh, this is a nice message. Bill helped me with messaging today. He was endlessly helpful, and that was, fantastic. Oh, my gosh, Cheryl won 12 pizzas from Boston Pizzas. They're delicious, I bet. Okay, apparently. Kay's Irish. So, yeah, potatoes are popular. Oh, Lisa wants to know where her makeup is. I think Lisa, there's a lot of sweepers in Florida. What's up with Florida and sweepers?
I don't know. And there's some sweepstakes that don't let Florida enter because there's some
yes, that's true.
Thing about it.
Here's a good question. I have not entered this one. Do you know if the Vast GG contests are legit?
I have entered them. I don't think I've won anything from them. They're all the gaming ones. So they get gaming laptops and monitors and stuff like that. But I haven't won one, but I'm pretty sure they're legit. I'm not sure though.
So there's a difference between being legit and having terrible odds. So if it's open to Canada, I think they're open to Canada too. If they're open to Canada and the US, that's a lot of people entering.
Yeah, I know they get thousands of entries. So
yeah, so you have to. That's another tip. Tom will talk about that probably in his, where he talks about the odds And so you have to weigh your time. Like, look how long you work all day. And I'm doing similar right now. So we're both entering very little during the week and a little more on the weekend. So you have to weigh your time and the prize and the odds of winning. So are you better off entering something else that's more regional, that you're more likely to win than one of those? But if you have the extra time, why wouldn't you? I think that's how you have to look at it.
Yep.
So what is before we go, what is your bucket list sweepstakes item?
The only thing I haven't won that I want to win is a car.
Oh, yeah, we're soulmates there. Same bucket list. We'll get there.
Because I could use a new car for sure right now.
Yeah, I hadn't won one. I ended up buying a used one last year. Mine died. But I'd trade it in for a new one. So let's answer. We got a few more minutes. We're going to answer some of these last questions. Oh, Cheryl says she thinks the odds are bad on that. But you know what? If you have the extra time, I love giving away my wins. It brightens their day. Vast sweeps are bad odds, 1 in a million. Mind you, that's still better than the lottery.
Well, it takes one to win.
And Herjit says Instagram has a lot of contests, but tag slowly or they block you. Yes, a lot of people get blocked at Christmas time when sweepstakes season, so you have to be careful. Lisa says she won a tarot reading. Cool. Oh, Cheryl, same with Steamy Kitchen. I think the odds are the same as Vast GG, but I know people who have won. Oh, Cheryl said she won a car. Wow. Okay, maybe I need to have you on the show and we can talk about this. Okay, we're going to wrap it up. There's 4 minutes too. I'm going to change the descriptions and so you guys can win from us, and make sure you go subscribe to his show either on your podcast platform or on YouTube like I showed you. And don't miss a single episode. When is your next episode out?
It comes out every Wednesday, but I'm not going to put one out next Wednesday because I'm going on a trip for my 40th birthday down to Orlando, Florida. I'm going to Universal Studios.
Please tell me you won that.
No.
No. I know we can't win everything.
Nope. But
that's okay. Yep. And you're going to have a great time. So congratulations and happy birthday. I'm looking forward to the following Wednesday when your next episode is out. And now remember, I'll head over to I Win Contests on Facebook for Tom's sweepstakes Q&A. Bye.
Bye.